Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tito Clock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
What's up, gang? It's Tito Clock, Tito James here with the rest of the gang all present for you, coming at you live from Makati City, all across this beautiful globe we have via the internet, of course. So wherever you might be watching us from, hello to you. Drop us a bit of a line. Love to say hello to you all and know where you're watching us from, right? I mean, if you're watching us from here or from another country or another city, it's nice to get a bit of a geographical feel of where everybody is. So it is Friday. It is Tito Clock Day. I'll just lower this a little bit. And yeah, we've got a whole show lined up for you. But you know what? I got to tell you this as early as now. Tito Clock, I think we bounced this idea. I know we bounced this idea a few times recently. But yes, we're up for a complete rebrand of the Tito Clock, or a complete reformatting, you might say. And so this will probably be the last of the show of it's the way it is. I mean, but we'll still come to you live. We'll still try to format something that's a little bit more current. That's not sort of a pandemic format that we still have. We're still playing that Josemari Chan song, for crying out loud. So yeah, it's our way of saying goodbye to COVID officially. Yeah, we're going to be reformatting. This Friday, what we're going to do is, it's episode 214 of Tito Clock. So we made it over 200 episodes, which we're very happy about. And yes, we're going to have a 30-minute show today. So we're going to end with the raffle at 5:30, which a lot of people are looking forward to. So with that said, let's say hi to a few people out there. We'll start with who was first. I bet you it was Mayan. It was not just first, it was first and second. Then after that, it was Chris Williams, who was there from YouTube, always first on YouTube. Christiana Williams, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate your support. Silk Phillips is out there. We got Iric Santos, Mark Arnante, Raffle Masha, that's it, John Arabitria, Carl Luigi Polipas. Let's do a couple more. Romel Sahulga, I guess, or I'm not sure if that's a hard J. Rose Query or Kerry, and J.R. Petaliar. Okay, we'll do that for now. And then we will come back and we'll randomly say hi to people, of course, who are listening to us. But for now, let's kick things off the way we always do. Just find out what's going on out there. All get on the same page. And for that, we need Chris with the latest in headlines. Chris, what you got?
Hey, what's up, Tito James? Happy Friday, my fellow Tito Clockers. This is Chris, and here is your Tito Clock News. Super Typhoon Mawar further intensified on Friday morning as it approached the Philippine Area of Responsibility, or PAR, and the State Weather Bureau said it might reach its peak intensity within 24 to 36 hours from now. Mawar, named Betty once it enters the PAR, was last spotted 1,740 kilometers east of southern Luzon. Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, or PAGASA, said Mawar carried maximum sustained winds of 215 kilometers per hour and gusts of up to 265 kilometers per hour. The super typhoon is seen to bring heavy rains in parts of northern Luzon by Sunday, May 28. Mawar is expected to enhance the southwest monsoon by Sunday or Monday, which may trigger rain over the western portions of central and southern Luzon and Visayas. Betty would be the second storm to hit the Philippines this year. Betty was used for typhoons that hit the country in 2015 and 2019. PAGASA may reuse one of 4 sets of typhoon names on a 4-year rotation. The Department of Budget and Management, or DBM, on Friday said the government has available funds for disaster relief operations for the entire year as the country prepares for Super Typhoon Mawar. The government still has about 18.3 billion pesos in calamity fund, which includes the 1.5 billion peso carryover from last year's budget. Year to date, the calamity fund releases amounted to about 3.9 billion pesos, according to the Budget Department. The QRF is a built-in budgetary allocation that represents pre-disaster or standby fund for agencies to immediately assist areas stricken by catastrophes and crises. The DBM said that after the typhoon, agencies may tap into the available National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund, or NDRRMF, under the fiscal year 2023 General Appropriations Acts, or GAA, upon completion of damage assessment and recommendation by the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, or NDRRMC, and following the approval of the President. Data from the DBM as of March 31, 2023 shows the NDRRMF still has an available balance of 19.3 billion pesos. Bohol, home of the iconic Chocolate Hills and one of the world's best diving destinations, has been recognized as the Philippines' first global geopark by the Cultural Agency of the United Nations. The United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, or UNESCO, has declared Bohol as one of the 18 new global geoparks, bringing the total number of sites to 195 in 48 countries. The announcement was made during the 216th UNESCO Executive Board session held in Paris on Wednesday. UNESCO also cited Bohol's Danahon Double Barrier Reef, consisting of two sets of large offshore coral reefs formed by tidal currents and coral growth, as one of its kind in Southeast Asia. It also highlighted Bohol's three-tiered Can-Umantad waterfalls, the highest in the province, as well as the uplifted marine terrace in Loan Town, which residents call as Coral Garden. According to UNESCO, Bohol has a geological identity that has been pieced together over 150 million years, as periods of tectonic turbulence have raised the island from the ocean depths. Derek White scored 24 points as the host Boston Celtics staved off elimination for the second consecutive contest with a 110-97 win over the Miami Heat in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals on Thursday. The Heat never led in the game, but they still hold a 3-2 edge in the best-of-7 series as they head home for Game 6 on Saturday. White made 8 of 11 shots, including 6 of 8 from three-point range, and Boston's Marcus Smart sank 7 of 12 and 4 of 6 respectively to highlight his 23-point performance. Jason Tatum collected 21 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds in the victory, and teammate Jaylen Brown scored 21 points while shooting 3 for 5 from three-point range. The Celtics shot a robust 50.6% from the floor, 40 of 79, and 41% from three-point range, 16 of 39. These percentages came on the heels of Boston making 51.2% of its shots from the floor and 40% from beyond the arc in a 116-99 victory in Game 4 on Tuesday. That's the latest from Tito Clock News. Time to check the inbox for another weekly dose of sweet potatoes brought to us by Kamote Korner. He is not ready.
Safe? Is it safe yet? Is it over?
It's not over till we start.
Lights on there. How about that? Okay. All right, go easy on me, Chris. I'm on antibiotics. So,
We shall try, Tito James, because the first one is to watch out for kariton, especially if it's the nighttime and it's raining. But yeah. On the right side, Tito James, I lost your picture
oh, you lost my picture. Oh,
there.
what's happening to Kuya?
Ayun na nga. So, rewind.
Rewind.
Bandang left
Hi!
side.
Hindi ko nakita
Yes.
yan. I was watching the
Yes.
tricycle. So, kayo
Yes.
oh my God. Wow. Oh gosh.
I also had to replay it also because I didn't notice
Yeah,
what
it's fine.
happened. So yeah, so apparently there's a Kariton person and then the jeepney.
Oh God, there's so much wrong here. There's so much going on with it, like all right. Obviously the Kaitong is not a pedestrian crossing.
Right.
That's already a big violation already. It's dark, it's raining. But jeep naman is a little tanga, di ba? I mean, this is one of the only very very rare exceptions where I support the last clear chance. That's the doctrine of last clear chance. Is that Jeep had enough time to see this guy? Look how long. Look
Yeah, that's true.
how much time. So he's not either not concentrating or he did it deliberately. Either way, both are in horrendously wrong.
Possibly not concentrating.
I would guess. I would imagine it's more like, yeah, he was getting bayad or checking something down there or checking his phone or whatever, and that's
Right.
what happened there. But yeah, it's Karitong naman shouldn't cross there. It's just that's the risk you take.
Mm-hmm.
It is dark. It is raining. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So hope he's all
Yeah.
right. I saw a really bad one today that I wouldn't want to show on Tita Clock because it's just really
Oh
bothering.
yeah.
It's I don't know if you caught it, but it's from the JNT Express. Like as if
Oh,
these guys have got enough dramas. Remember before in the Duterte time when even he called them out because they were throwing the packages anyway. Squashed the person as he was backing up the truck, and oh, it's horrible, horrible.
ouch.
Yeah,
Not
I
just
don't
ouch,
want
but
to
yeah.
show it because it's too graphic, but this is
Right.
when we show kamote corner. It's more than just a laugh. We're trying to educate through showing you what not to do. I mean, that's
True.
really the only goal of this. It's sometimes it's funny as hell, but yeah, it's still there's always a lesson. That's why I'm usually the wet blanket. Chris is usually the one that shows it all, and is just you see how my blood boiled, but we also do it so that we can teach people what not to do. It's just if we can get a lesson out of
Yes.
it, then maybe we got some value out of this stupidity out there. So next.
Yes.
And
Next up.
even notice na walang headlight yung Jeep. Kaya pala hindi nakita. Wala ba?
True.
Yeah,
Uh,
so
Not sure.
we'll take
But
your word for it.
anyway, it was too dark. Whatever. But kudos to Kuya for at least helping out Kuya Cariton after. Anyway, so the next one, the one who took this video described the situation as war freak, legit road rage. I hope we can turn up the sound for this one because you can hear the commentaries. Ooh,
Is there a chance to listen to the audio?
there's an audio.
This is
Okay, we're
where
gonna
was
fix.
it? You know?
Not sure where it was.
Tang ina mo.
There we go.
Gago. War pre. Tang ina mo.
Like
Yan
they're
ang road
watching.
rage pre. Okay, abuli mo. Tang ina mo. Tang ina mo. Panggay mo. Okay lang ina mo. Tang ina mo. Bumangga dun sa atin tanga. Ina mo oh. Ang ina mo.
Gutom.
Tatakbo pa.
Oh, they got
Hindi
it.
tatakbo yan pre, tanga ba? May ba diba? Nangakasar pre. Nangakasar.
Ay, blood.
Kami na mapanggayin pa naman si Hugo.
Wow.
Well,
Wow. Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it? I
yeah.
mean, it was very choppy on my end. I don't know if it was choppy for everybody. It was very choppy on my end. But the moral of the story, no matter what happened there, just road rage, never worth it. Just don't, just don't. You know what? It takes a lot of courage to walk away from a situation because you are not reacting, you are responding, and sometimes we give into our emotions. Just don't do this. It's just bad for everybody around. And yeah, that's the only thing I can say about road rage. Even if you're in the right, it doesn't matter unless the only time is when you're being really physically threatened. Then maybe, right? Maybe, well, it's to defend yourself or to get away. That's it. But to instigate, Wow, that's really sad.
That's
And look,
true. That's true.
yeah. Anyway, I think I've said enough about road rage over the years. So that's just always going to be my advice. It's never worth it.
Never worth it indeed. All right, let's go to the next one. Here's an image of an overloaded, I think, overloaded car with a kid. So, ah,
Ah, ah, wala akong masabi. I guess I don't know if this is because the car is full or the kid is just being a kid. Because sometimes kids are just kids and
positive.
yeah, they can be like there could be four empty seats in that car, and they'll still
And
outside the parcel shelf. But
that's
yeah,
true.
not good. Of course, Siyempre, you don't want to
Not
see
good.
that's
Kids,
not.
please listen to your moms and dads.
And your Tita James, please, and
And
your
your Tita James. Yes.
hair,
And
a
please sit
seatbelt.
properly.
It
Sit
properly
down.
wears belt. 99.999% of the time, maybe you will never need it. It's that 0.1%. But how are you going to know when that 0.1% of the time is going to happen? You don't. You'll never know. Nobody ever knows. So always wear your seatbelt. It's insurance. It's free. It doesn't cost
Yes,
you
that's true.
anything.
We
Just wear
really
it.
never know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right.
Sit properly, kids. All right. Here's the next one. We got ourselves a DIY backup camera. But that's totally what was wrong with the picture. Buti na lang napansin ko na may
Oh my
CCTV
God,
sa
that's
camera.
funny. That's funny. CCTV talaga yung ano, the thing, no?
True, true. I mean, diba? It's not bad. I hope it works properly for everyone. And
They,
then
they,
last but not the least, my favorite, a sweet treat from a new driver's parent. So there goes. They give
Mm.
away a free biscuit for her daughter who passed the licensure examination. Sorry, not a new driver. New, I don't know what license as a
Yeah,
teacher.
yeah, teachers,
For a new
teachers.
teacher, sorry.
Yeah, oh well. Still, all good.
Yes,
Shows a proud parent.
congratulations. And look
Masaya
at
yan.
that, so sweet.
Yeah. Although, ang dodgy ng chair niya. Or is it a bus? That's a bus?
I think
No,
so.
it's not a plane, right? I was thinking it was a plane. I was like, ba't ang dumi ng plane? It's a bus.
Grabe.
Yeah. Like, ang pangit naman. Ano ba tong budget airline na to? But it's, yeah. 'Cause I've never seen films like that, and with the wraps of the plastic and all that. But
That's
okay,
true.
makes sense. It's a
That's
bus.
true.
Got
At least
me.
there's entertainment.
Oh,
Anyway, Tita James, that was the last one. And once again, we made it. Yes. All right. Congratulations in advance to our raffle winners. A friendly reminder to stay away from kamote people, but choose happiness instead with some Sugar Rush. Follow me and my events team on social media. That's Sugar Rush Entertainment PH for your party entertainment needs. Or you may shoot me a work-related DM. This is Chris Napeñas. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Stay safe, healthy, and hydrated. See you on the next one on the new format of TikTok Clock. Ciao, everybody. Bye.
that was Chris with the latest in headlines, and as usual, we would like to offer you the opportunity to use Chris's voice if you like it to all of your voiceovers or whatever you might need, an online host or something like that. There are her details. Excuse me. Pop her a message. Okay. So right now, as we're going to do a 30-minute show only, let's jump into. Oh, by the way, that portion was brought to you by Malayan Insurance. And now we headed up to our next segment. It's the Ask Me Anything, brought to you by Petron. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's check out what we got. Newbie plan to buy my first sedan car. What can you recommend? I'm more leaning towards safety features and lower fuel consumption and available original parts. Thanks. Thanks, RJ, for the message. It's pretty difficult to give you the advice if I haven't got your budget. So that's probably the key there, that you need to define how much you're willing to spend on a car, and then from there we can work out whether brand new or used is the better option. Both have advantages and disadvantages. So we'll look at that. But off the top of my head, I would I'm just going to go out on a limb and just guess your situation here. If you're a new time owner and first sedan car, I think you can't go wrong with a Vios. That's my take, or maybe a Mirage G4. Those are the safest bets when you're getting your first car, and when you're getting, your first car, because OG parts, very easy to get. Fuel consumption, very, very acceptable. They're used by all the fleets and taxi companies for that reason. And the safety features, they give you enough, more than, well, probably even more than enough. A new, whatchamacallit, the new Vios now is a very safe car. So I know because I've seen those cars in accidents on the racetrack for the Vios Cup. I've seen cars flip over. I've seen cars land, smash into walls. So many. So, it's crazy. They're very safe cars. Maybe not, somebody said the City. The City is a good car, yeah, but I think for your first car, you're going to probably feel the maintenance of that is going to be higher, and you're going to, Honda's got some issues with their after sales service and stuff like that. It's usually a little bit more expensive than the equivalent Toyota part, etc. And they just don't sell anywhere near as much in volume. You want to go with volume when you're buying a new car, because that's where you're going to get an abundance of parts, and anyone can fix it. Any mechanic at least can fix it. Whereas the lower volume you go, the harder it is to stock the parts, etc. So I hope that answers your question. We'll go for the next one, because we still are a lot of people waiting for the raffle. We got 450 people all waiting. So let's get through this. Why are the dealers asking way above SRP for the new Land Cruiser? I heard the Praetor say okay, Bing Bong Silva the third. Your question is, why are dealers asking way above SRP for brand new LCs? Is because there's a huge demand for them. Is it correct? I don't think so. I don't agree with it. But supply and demand is a law that's been around, a natural law that's been around for way before we were here, for centuries or millennia, probably. I'm sure you go back to even the caveman times. There was a supply and demand law that was enforced there. So that being said, you still can obviously complain to Toyota head office, but the reality here is it's going to be very difficult. They will prioritize the people they want. It's the same, put it this way, it's the same thing for, let's say, the watches now. Watches, Rolex watches are twice the price secondhand for some models. Most of them are anywhere from 50% to 100% more on the secondhand market. The same goes for the APs and the Patek Philippe's and all that. Why? Because you just can't get any brand new. The supply and demand, the law is just there. So you can say it's unfair. I think it's unfair, but it depends how bad you want one. Are you willing to pay? At the end of the day, this is not a civil right. I believe that we're protected by consumer rights, but I'm just giving it to you as straight as I can. I don't agree with it, but I really don't see how you're going to be able to challenge them on that, because, yeah, they're going to sell to the highest bidder. That's as simple as that. So, next. Is it true the LTO extended all driver's license? Yes, they did. From April 2023 to October 2023. Yes, they did. My license expired this month and plan. Yes, they did. So all of that applies because they don't have the plastic cards. And soon they're going to, I don't know if they're, what stage they're in already about with the app, but they're going to have the digital app, digital license, etc. And then that will solve that problem. But yes, you can run now. There was a memo and an order from the previous LTO chief, because he has left, of course, and he resigned after just 6 months. And you know what? I can't say I don't understand. I do understand, and I don't even really blame him, because I worked with him for a little while in the beginning of his tenure, and I started. I could see the frustrations. he's a good man, Tugade. I'm talking about J Art, with good intentions, and I think the fact that he resigned so early confirms that, because somebody with bad intentions would have just stayed and milked the place. But he's already a self-made man. So there, that's a little side note. Have they replaced the LTO chief yet? They should have, right? Um, can I ask it that? Yeah, you can. Sure. Single ticketing. Nahuli ako sa Paranaque, I guess. And may ticket ako within 10 days. Need ko daw bayaran sa LGU, kaya nang wala po akong pambayad 3K po. Paano kaya mangyayari? Okay. Um, whew. You can contest within 10 days of receiving the letter, right? I have actually confirmed this with the people behind all of this, because we just had a meeting yesterday about this topic. So very timely in question, Mo. You can actually contest it, but if it sounds like you might have actually done it by the sound of your message, that means you really got to pay it, or you're just going to you won't be able to register, do your license. Walang lusot yan. Maybe, I don't know if they offer community service here. I did when I was in Australia. I did community service to pay off parking tickets. That was how I got around that, because I also didn't have the money to pay for outstanding parking fines, and the police came. Then she came to the house because they're outstanding, so they increased in penalties and stuff. But the court offered, and it's small claim stuff, it's just all done there, was community service. So I had to rake the leaves in an old age person's home until I paid it off. I don't know if they have that here. Sorry. But I guess the best thing to do is to just be careful and not break rules. I know it's hard. I know sometimes it's not your fault, but there you go. If you were given a chance to hold a government position, what would it be? That's a really tough one, because I have no desire. And I'm just trying to think through your question. If there is one position I would consider, but I just have no desire. And off the top of my head, I can't think of one that doesn't get you into that snake pit. I mean, there's some departments that are not as bad as others, I'm sure, but I just don't like the whole, because let's say if I was avoiding all the drama that I want to avoid, which is for example, that's why I understand Tugade is, because I could see that he's a good man being put in and used as a scapegoat. He's also being bashed and stuff. It's like, it doesn't matter who you put there. You could put Chuck Norris in there and it would still be the same thing, because the system and the people behind it, it's just too deep already. It's systematic, it's endemic, it's inbred, the corruption and the inefficiencies and all that. So any new person that comes in usually gets spat out, or they just toe the line and then they get their payolas, or they get their pay. So what I'm saying is, if I was to avoid a position like that and get a benign position, like let's say MPRCB or something like that, where you never hear of them really. I mean, you don't need to. They're not controversial in that matter. Every now and again, they pipe up with something, but that's them making pansin. You don't really, if you hold an MPRCB position, you get free movies and you get a lot of perks, and you don't get any of the dramas, right, from mainstream politics. But even with that position, I know that there's always going to be a trade-off, always. So if you get given a benign position, that's utang na loob to whoever gave you that benign position. And then later on, when you're needed, you will be put in a position where you can actually help that. Everything's about political gain and strategy, right? So that's the thing. When you take in a position from something, you're going to owe them. So I don't want that. I'm happy you're here where we are. Yes. I don't have a formal answer for you, Nuv, but MG hybrid cars, I've driven them, ridden in them, taken taxis like in Singapore, full EVs of them. So they obviously have the stock, they have all of that, but I don't know if they're going to bring them here. But my gut tells me that they will, because of Evida. I think all the Chinese car brands are just waiting for something like this, and now they're going to throw everything they have at it. That's my guess, right? But there's nothing official. Okay, that wraps up our. Yes, it's true. But you have to have it on the ORCR. You have to make sure it's written on the ORCR, otherwise it won't count. If it's just staying on the side, like some cars just have it on the side and it's not really a true hybrid, it doesn't count. Right? They're mild hybrids. Show us Rocket. Good timing because it's everybody's favorite time. It is raffle time. Hola, amigo! ¿Cómo estás? Andrew was a neighbor and a good friend from El Salvador, and I haven't heard from you in a while, so it's great to hear from you, Andrew. The watch is mine. Good for you. Hope you win it, Andrew. Hope you win it. Really do. Okay, now. Dun, 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 dun. You ready, Rocket? We'll break this in half. It seems to be a lot for just one draw. Okay. Oh, look at that. Rocket, it's your time to shine, according to Fred. Are you ready? Oh, one more here for you, but you have to press the button, okay? Press that button. 1, 2, 3. Oh, good night. There's your reward. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Wait. X. That's last week's Patron. Okay. Redraw. Oh no, he's run out of treats. He's gonna complain. Sorry, that was not the watch raffle. You saw it said 2K Patron. So let's redo the watch raffle. Are you okay there, Rocket? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Say hi to all your fans out there. Come on. Come on. Give them a good look at you. Hi, everyone. Okay. Okay, this is it. Have you ever dreamed that's... Because just so everyone knows, we get it from the post. So have you ever dreamed of blah, blah, blah? That's the post that we asked you to put your hands up and stuff like that. That's where the software harvest is from. Rocket's been paid already. Rocket's been paid, so he won't press the button anymore, he said. He's like, he got these treats, we don't have any more. So it's before we finish, before we reveal the winner, Rocket, it's brought to you by Global Dominion, Patron, Ogawa, Malayan Insurance, Skinnovate, and Culture Salon. Also, Culture, does Culture do your perm? Bagay sa yan eh. I try on Tower Cats. Okay, press. Oh my God. Your mom is a stage mom, you know that, right? Total stage mom. Okay, there. Payment in advance. Press the button. Everyone, Karen Cabezona. Karen Cabezona. I guess that might be from Instagram. I'm assuming because of the @ symbol there, might be. Anyway, if you are Karen Cabezona, pop us a message and use the account, please, that you actually joined with. And that's it. Simple as that. Rocket will release it. All you have to do is send that screenshot to his account, the.rocket.launcher on IG, and he will take care of the rest, won't you, Rocket? Yeah? Okay. He'll take care of the rest. So from behalf of all of us here in the Tito Clock studios, including this very serious dog, we wish you goodbye, good health, stay dry, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop and talk a while.